I know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game, and it's free. Click the link down there, you got it.
DreAllDay.com.
And this morning we're talking about the opportunity perspective. And when I was playing basketball, when I first started playing around like age 14, by the age of like, let's say 15, 16, 17, those years, all I would do, since I'm from Philadelphia, in the summertime, that's when the weather is the nicest, I would just decide I'm going to go to the court and play ball. And everybody went to the court to play ball. Every afternoon, there'd be some people out there. Late afternoon, people would come out there. Then around 5, 6 o'clock, everybody would come out and we would play, pick up 5-on-5 basketball. And I knew I needed to get better. I knew I needed to get better at basketball, so I knew, without even being able to explain it back then, but just by, intuitive reasoning, that if I played basketball at the same times that everybody else was playing basketball, I was only going to get better at the same pace they were getting better. But since they were already ahead of me, if they're here and I'm here and we're all getting better at the same pace, then they're always going to be ahead of me. So I knew I needed to not only play when they were playing, but I also needed to play when they were not playing, because I needed to gain some type of advantage somehow, some way. So where was the opportunity was that I noticed that even though everybody wanted to get better, everybody liked playing ball, everybody wanted to, make it as a basketball player, quote unquote, there was an opportunity in that if any of you from the Northeast, Boston, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, DC, even Ohio, who knows, wherever you're from, you know that in the summer times up there, it can get really hot. It can get hotter in the summer in Philly than it gets actually in Miami. In Miami, it actually doesn't even get into like the mid and upper 90s. But in Philadelphia, you can have 98 degrees, 100 degrees. So in those afternoons, people wouldn't come outside till like 5, 6 o'clock. Because they're like, it's too hot during the day to be outside, especially on concrete playing basketball. It's just too hot. And that definitely made sense. I mean, there were times my mom wouldn't even want to leave the house. She'd be like, nah, it's too hot. Nobody wanted to do anything because it's too hot. So that was my opportunity. I realized when I noticed that nobody would come to the court. I remember there'd be times I might be on a bus coming from the mall or coming from work or in the car with my parents or something, and we ride by the park in the middle of the afternoon, and I would notice that there's nobody out there. Nobody using the courts, even though everybody wanted to play ball. So I said to myself, again, I couldn't explain this to anybody back then, but I said to myself, that's the opportunity right there. I need to be able to work on my game when nobody else is. The opportunity is to do it when nobody else wants to do it. Even though everybody wants to work on their game, they don't want to do it when it's too hot. So that became my opportunity. I basically dealt with the discomfort of it being too hot. It wasn't too hot for me because I was more concerned about getting better at basketball than I was concerned about the heat. And that's how I was able to get better slowly, gradually from age 14, 15, 16, 17. By the time I was 18, I was good enough to walk on and make a college team. By the time I was 19, I was getting recruited to go to a college. By the time I was 23, I was a professional player overseas. And this is all because I took the opportunity that most people passed on. And what y'all got to understand about the opportunity perspective is this. The opportunity perspective is not some hidden secret thing that nobody knows about. This is the misconception that people have about opportunity. They think it's some hidden thing that only the elite know, and that it's some secret that somebody, passes to you that's written in hieroglyphics when you go to some secret society, Illuminati meeting, and you get all the secrets to getting everything that you want. That's not how opportunity works. The opportunity for each one of you, it doesn't matter what it is that you do. You don't have to be a basketball player. You don't have to be an athlete at all. The opportunity for you lies in something that is very obvious. It's right there in front of everybody's face, but for whatever reason, everybody is passing on that opportunity. Now, sometimes that opportunity may be something that you might consider uncomfortable. It might be something that you consider, socially unacceptable. It might be something that you consider too much work. It might be something that you say it just doesn't fit with what I'm currently doing. It might be something that you say I don't have the time for it right now. It might be something that you say I don't have the money for it right now. Understand it, but what you got to understand about all of those things is that even though you might not have the time, the money, might not think it's acceptable, might not think you're capable, might think it's too uncomfortable, understand this. In order for you to say those things, that means you have to know that the opportunity exists. That means you already know that it's there. It's just you're making a story. You're giving yourself a story that tells you why you can't take advantage of it. And what you got to understand is that everybody's giving themselves a story. See, in the summers in the mid to late 90s, when I was playing ball in the park in the middle of the day, and it's 12 o'clock noon and it's 100 degrees, probably 105 on the asphalt, everybody knew that the basketball court was there. Everybody knew where the park was at. Everybody knows what basketball is. Everybody knew they wanted to get better. Everybody agreed on those things. But the opportunity was, all you got to do is come work on your game when everybody else is not. People didn't want it because they created a story that said, it's too hot for me to play basketball right now. That was the story that they made. It's too hot for me to play basketball. I created a different story. I'm more concerned about getting better at basketball than I am about how hot it is. And that story was the opportunity. So what you have to understand, what you're going to do with this that I'm giving to you right now, is recognize that opportunity is not something that you have to seek out. It's not something that somebody has to tell you about. It's not something that you're going to find in some hidden manuscript that nobody knew about, that was buried, thousands of years ago. It's right in front of your face. You just have to choose to take the opportunity and change the story that you have about why you can't take advantage of something that's right in front of you. Anybody got a question? I can take a question or two. My name is Dre All Day. I already told y'all about me. I've written 7 books. If you want to read my books, go to dreallday.com/Amazon. Matter of fact, if you want to read my first book, what time is it here? It's 6 o'clock something. It's in the 6 o'clock hour. What time is it where you at? If you want to read my first book, it is called Buy a Game. Buygame. Buy a Game is my early basketball story. It tells you about the story that I just told you. Go to my website, dreallday.com. 10 p.m. Okay, where you at? You must be over in the Pacific somewhere. My website is called dreallday.com. Go there. There's a pop-up that'll come up that says you can get my book for free. Put in your email address, we'll send it to you. There's a hard copy out of Dre Philosophy. Still got somebody working on it right now. There's so many pages that they got to get it right. So we got somebody working on it right now. I haven't forgotten. Don't worry. Is there any way to transfer Buy a Game to iBooks? It's on iBooks. You can buy it on iBooks, but what you can do, I'm not sure what phone you have. If you have an iPhone, all you got to do is open a PDF on your phone, and then there's a little button at the top that says Open in iBooks, and just click on that tab, and it'll move the PDF into your iBooks for you, and it'll always be there. You bought it on iBooks, that's what's up. Shout out to everybody who bought Buy a Game. Leave me a review, please, on iTunes or Amazon, whichever one. So if you got the PDF, if you got an iPhone, I don't know about any other phone. You got an iPhone, just open it. Open it anywhere in your browser. There's going to be a little button at the top that says Open in iBooks. It's a phone button. It's not the document button. It's a phone button. It says Open in iBooks. iBooks automatically opens PDFs. So then you just hit that. It'll move the PDF into your iBooks, and it'll always be there unless you delete it. And then everybody, I just said, you can get my first book, Buy a Game, for free. Go to dreallday.com. As soon as you get there, on the screen, it'll be a pop-up that says Get my first book free. Put your email address in. We'll send you that book. You read Buy a Game back when I put it out? Yeah, that was 2012. Shout out to everybody who read my book when it came out. All right, everybody, y'all have a great day. If you want to read more from me, go to dreallday.com/Amazon. There's a link right here in my Periscope bio. I'm on Twitter at Dre All Day. My Snapchat is at Dre Baldwin. And you got business inquiries, I am looking to fill some work positions. Go to dreallday.com/biz. Any questions for me directly, either snap me at Dre Baldwin or email me, dre@dreallday.com. Y'all have a great Monday. Sure, you get my first book, Buy a Game. It is free. Click the link right here below in the video description. I'm on all your favorite social media platforms, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope. All the links are right down here below. Is either Dre Baldwin or Dre All Day on each one of those sites. And make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down there and the thumbs up like button. Subscribe so you catch all the new content. Work on your game. Dre All Day.